Hello there and welcome to Oil Painting My Way. My name's Rob. I hope you're having a great day. Right, in today's video I want to give a little review on something that I've actually been using, and basically it's one of these. It's a little pot to hold your thinners in. Basically it's got a nice little lid on it so that if it gets knocked over during storage you're not going to spill anything. So basically I've been using this for a month, 6 weeks, and I just thought I'd give a little review on it. Nice little carrying handle, as you can see. It's made of aluminium, quite thick aluminium, and on the side it's got these two, if you can see these two securing clamps, I suppose you'd call them, and basically they're sprung loaded, so they're like that design. They basically hook up onto the ridge on the top there, and then you just pull it tight until it snaps in position, and basically it just holds the lid on. You've got one of those on each side. Basically if I undo both of those and take them off, take the lid off, and you can clearly see inside the lid there's a thick black washer which compresses down onto this ridge here, so there's a nice tight finish. Also, all you do is you put the lid on like that, bring those little clamps up onto the side like so, and then pull those tight, and you can see that it's actually holding the lid on. So if you've got any liquid in there, it won't get past that little rubber washer that's inside. It just keeps it nice and secure. If you're going to maybe stop painting for a couple of days or a week or something, and you want to put this on the shelf somewhere, if it gets knocked over, it's not going to leak out anywhere. So there we go, that's the lid. Now inside, what we have inside is this little pot. As you can see, it doesn't go all the way to the bottom, it leaves about an inch from the bottom. Now it actually has holes in, and that basically is where you put your brush inside, scrub the bristles on, and then what happens, all the residue soaks through the holes, sits in the bottom of that, and then you've got your clear liquid, your thinners sitting on the top. Now basically, as I say, it's a nice little pot, and inside, I don't know if you can see here, there's a little lip. I'll show you the side, there's like a little cutout on the side, but when you actually look inside, there's a tiny little lip in there, and you can use that to basically, when you're drawing your brush out, I've got a brush here for demonstration purposes, you basically just pull that across the front, and it helps take any residue liquid off the brush when you actually pull it past, and it just helps. I'll try and do that a bit straighter. So if you've had that in the liquid, then basically you just want to dry it off a little bit. Just pull it past, get any excess liquid off. Just helps a little bit. You might want to dry it out on a tissue afterwards. But basically, as I say, just little holes in the bottom there. It sits in the side like that. Let's try and hold those together, and then obviously your brush goes in up to sort of like there, and then this little bit here is where all the residue sits in the main pot, and then your thinners would probably be sort of halfway up, so you've got somewhere to wash out your brush. Now it's a great little pot. The only one thing that I would say you need to be careful of, because this is metal, when you're actually scrubbing your brush out at the bottom, you need to be very careful, because it's metal. They're not sharp, it won't cut your finger or anything if I rub my finger across it, but because it's metal and these are only just bristles, if you start scrubbing trying to get the brush clean, then basically you are going to damage the bristles eventually. I have noticed that in the time that I've been using it is a couple of brushes when I've had quite a bit of paint on and I've actually scrubbed backwards and forwards, basically like this. And what happens is the bristles go through the hole, and then as you're going backwards and forwards, it just starts pulling the bristles out in different directions. If you're going to do it, basically just try and draw the brush maybe just in one direction across the holes, maybe just sort of like that, and then turn the brush over and then come the other way, and do that a few times. Just keep it directional. If you start scrubbing around, it is going to start splaying the bristles, as I say, and they do poke through the hole, and it has actually torn some of the bristles, cut some of them in half. But as I say, if you're gentle with it, that's fine. Now it's about 3 inches across. The whole pot itself is about 4 inches deep. And as I say, that sits inside the actual pot itself. And obviously if you're using things like filberts or script liners or detailed round brushes, this is ideal. It's not suitable for large if you're using 2-inch brushes or anything like that. I wouldn't advise using it for that, because you won't get the movement in there to actually get the debris out of the bristles. It's fine for small, as I say, small detail brushes, small filberts, things like that. I have actually used a 1-inch brush on it, scrubbing around inside. Now although it works sort of probably 80%, it is difficult to try and get the excess liquid out afterwards. Even pushing on that little ridge that's in there, pushing the brush on that, it is difficult. I did find that I had to sort of get a towel and run it across the towel to basically brush out any excess liquid. So I wouldn't advise it for larger brushes, but for small brushes like this is a great little pot. As I say, you've got the little bit inside. It's just a clear stainless steel pot that sits inside, which basically sits at the top. It literally sits about there, it doesn't sit at the bottom. It's actually got little, let's see that, little ridges. There's like one there, turn it, and another one there, and another one there. And they're actually protruding out slightly, so when you actually sit this, they sit on the top and it sits in the pot basically about that height. So sits in like that. There's your lid. If you finish for the day or the week or so, you put your little clips on. Put your clips on. Snap it shut. And there you go. There's your little pot. If it falls over, nothing's coming out. As I say, great little pot for small brushes. But I just thought I'd update you with that. So I've been trying it for 6 or 7 weeks now. Mainly, you get benefit out of it for small brushes. Some people like to use little glass tubs. I used to use those, but I just thought I'd give that a try. So that's it. As I say, for larger brushes, we've got a sort of like a bigger bucket just to sort of wash those out in. But for the small brushes, you might want to give one of these a try. But as I say, the only one bad thing that I would say is just be careful when you're washing out the excess paint. Just draw literally across one at a time, pull the brush away, draw, turn the brush over, draw. Don't scrub it because you will ruin the bristles. So there we go. That's a little thinners holder, complete with handle. So I hope you found that useful. Please give me a thumbs up and a like if you appreciate that. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more videos, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. This has been All Painting My Way. My name's Rob. Enjoy the rest of your day.